Okay, so we'll come onto our mat and we'll just find a comfortable seat. And if you prefer to be in a chair, that's absolutely fine. This practice is for you to feel relaxed and comfortable. So if you're not feeling that way, feel free to switch it up. But sitting any way you like, we'll start just by rolling your shoulders back and down and sighing on the way out. Inhale, out through the mouth. One more, breathe in. And let it out. Good. And if it feels okay to close your eyes, closing the eyes or just finding one still point to gaze at. And connecting to our internal world right now. Letting the momentum of our day start to slow down in this moment. And tuning into our energy level at this moment. Maybe you're feeling exhausted and wiped out. Maybe you feel a little bit of excitement or hyper energy, somewhere balanced in between. Today our practice is going to focus on moving our energy of bringing up more of the prana, which is the yogic term for life force that flows through everybody and everything. So we can use our breath, we can use our poses to increase the flow of prana through the body, helping us to feel more alive, feel more vibrant and healthy. And now bring your awareness to your breath. Just observing that rhythmic flow in and out of the nose. Noticing how the breath puffs up the chest and the belly. And our breath today is simply to match the length of our inhale and exhale to be the same balanced length. So just notice where it is right now as you inhale, how long your natural breath is, and observe how long your natural exhale is. And now, as is comfortable, we will create a breath that is about 5 seconds, which is an ideal length for your breath for optimal health, 5.5 seconds. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue on your own. And if it ever feels too much, come back to natural breath and just elongate it, maybe 1 beat. Continuing to count the 5.5 if you can. You take one more round of that even, balanced breath. And then return to the natural breath. Open the eyes if they're closed. Let's change the cross of the legs and come back into some shoulder rolls here. You can link your breath with your movement, inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down, or just rolling. You always have choices to make this more comfortable. Good, and now let's reverse that. Come back, roll forward. Noticing if one side feels a little stickier than the other. We always have one side. Good, one more in that direction. And then roll back and down just to reset the shoulders. Let's take some big torso circles now. So we're gonna come forward and then roll back on exhale. Inhale forward, exhale back. Take your time. If you ever start to feel dizzy at all, slow it down, make smaller circles. You can keep looking forward too to help. You don't need to let your head go around if it doesn't feel good. Good, and now let's reverse directions. Inhaling forward, exhale back. Letting the spine arch on the way forward and round on the way back. Noticing how your weight shifts along the sits bones. Alright, one more that way. And then back to center. So we'll do a couple options for our next stretch. One is to simply draw the chin to the chest. And if you tend to get dizzy, you might want to opt for just bringing one ear to one shoulder and just resting there. If the dizziness isn't too much of a problem, we're going to continue the circle for full neck rolls, lifting on the way back, and then exhaling, rolling back down. If you're still bringing one ear to one shoulder, maybe come back to center, try the other side. Otherwise, let's do one more big circle in that direction, lifting on the way up and exhaling on the way down. Let's everyone meet chin to chest. And now we're going the other direction with the neck roll. If you're just doing your neck stretches, you can go back to the other side now. So inhale to the other side, lift on the way up, and exhale ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale. And exhale, take it back down to center. And then one hand to your forehead, push your head back. And we're gonna bring the legs out in front. I'm gonna move myself so my feet are out in front of my mat. So if you're sitting on a little cushion or blanket, you might want to scooch over. So bringing the legs straight out in front, toes flexed. We'll do a little shoulder strengthening here, what's called pull the rope. So you imagine you have this big rope hanging in front of you, and with your left hand, grab the rope with a fist. You can look at it if it feels okay for the neck, and then drag that rope down, looking at your hand as you come down. And now right side, inhale, looking up if you feel okay with it. Exhale, pull down. And we'll just keep alternating. Inhale up. Exhale, steady pull down. Inhale right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale, pull, pull, pull. Right arm up. Exhale down. Let's do a few more. Inhale on the left. Exhale, pull. Good, keeping the straight arm, right arm up. Pull, gazing at the hand or straight ahead. Inhale, left. Exhale, take it down. Last one, inhale, right. And exhale, take it down. Good. Now bring your feet a little wider, not quite as wide as the mat, but just a tad wider. And we're coming into a twist, taking your hands out at shoulder height. Inhale, palms down. And now we're going to reach the right hand towards the toes, any amount. So if you're here, that's fine. If you're at your big toe, that's fine. And then straighten the back arm. Maybe look over the left shoulder if you feel okay with that. And inhale, back to center. Exhale, reach for the right toe or shin or knee. Look over the back shoulder. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Keep it going. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. This is great if you have been at the computer or just sitting for a while. Helps relieve the back. Also builds a little bit of twist into our organs, which helps refresh our blood flow. Let's do one more each side. Exhale on the way forward. Inhale, center. And last one. Good. Come on back to center. Notice now if your energy feels a little different, adding that breath with our movement. From here, we're going to do what's called Churn the Mill. Interlace your hands, and we'll reach forward any amount that's comfortable. And we're going to imagine we're stirring a big, gigantic cauldron. We're churning a mill where we draw our hands forward, straightening the arms, and then on the way back, you can lean back slightly to get a little bit more core engagement. Good, nice and slow. Breaking up any stuck energy here. Got it. Let's do two more that direction. Reaching forward, pulling back. Good. Meet back at the center. And let's reverse it. So reach forward and then counterclockwise, or the opposite of whatever you were doing in the beginning. Noticing if you're getting a little more reach now that you've warmed up a bit. Maybe you can reach a little further. Stirring your giant cauldron here. Feeling the breath move through you. Maybe a little bit of heat starting to build just from this simple movement. One more that way. And back to center. Very good. We'll bring our feet back together, toes flexed, and we'll finish out this series with a little rowing the boat. So hands on your oars, fists right at the shoulders. Let's start our rowing by coming over and then pull back any amount. Coming over like a wave crashing and pull it back. Great. So you can go as slow as you'd like. You can keep this more upright or really lean back, engaging the core a little more. And you can exhale on the way forward, inhale on the way back. Let's do one more that way. And then back back to center. Get your oars. This time we'll reverse it, so we're going to go down into the water first, and then pull back and up. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling the prana getting a little more vibrant here, a little heat building, a little more flow throughout the body. 2 more. And then release. So that's the most active we're going to get. We're going to start cooling it down. So fingertips are going to come behind you. You lean back, and you're just on the fingertips here. And draw the shoulder blades together and just feel the heart open. Feel any stuckness in between the shoulder blades start to dissolve. And you can play around with the placement of your chin. Maybe you like it coming forward or just level. Open heart. Good, and let's come out of that. I'm gonna scooch off my little seat here and then draw the knees into the chest. You wanna make sure you have some room behind you. And we'll walk our forearms down to the ground into what's called the hammock pose. So you're letting your ribs just totally droop, your elbows under the shoulders, and then you have a C curve with the spine. The tailbone is curled in, and this should just feel kind of nice, just letting the upper body sag. And if anything doesn't feel nice, you can adjust, you can skip, make this work for you. One more breath here. Good. Let's come on up again. And now we're going to come to lay on our side. So you'll bring your legs parallel to the edge of the mat. And then you can have a few options. You can press the palms of your hands down. The front inside hand can bend and the other outside arm can straighten. And you're feeling a nice stretch in the ribs here. So that's what we're going for. You can even kind of let that shoulder lift a little bit. Another option is just to bring the forearm down, really letting your rib cage droop. And you can allow your head to just stay level or tilt it, whatever feels good. Just feeling the stretch of those intercostal muscles in between the ribs. And now let's come up and switch sides. Or you can flip it over, either way. Line up your legs to the edge of the mat and either keeping your outside arm straight, inside arm is slightly bent. Feeling the stretch on the other side of the ribs now. You can play around with where it feels best for your head. Maybe you want to look down. Or maybe you want to lower onto the forearm. Just letting it completely droop, no effort. One more full breath here. Good, and then We will come down to lying on our mat, and if you know that having a pillow is good and helps you feel more comfortable, you can use your blanket as a pillow. We'll draw the knees to the chest to help release any low back stuckness, maybe rock side to side. And now draw the right knee to the chest, extend the left leg. Take the left hand to the outside of the right knee, and we'll come into a gentle twist, opening the right hand out to the side. And you can come down any amount here while trying to maintain the right shoulder towards the mat. You can look up at the sky, you can turn to look at your right hand. And then inhale, come back to center, and let's switch. So drawing the left knee to the chest, extend the right leg, and grab that outside of the left leg with the right hand, peel that left hand out to the side, and draw the knee over into a twist, looking up at the sky or over the left shoulder. Anchoring your left shoulder down as much as you can, and if that means the twist isn't as big, you can lift your left knee higher to do that. And then come back to center, hug both knees in one last time. You can hold on to your knees and draw little circles with the knees. And reverse. And then one at a time, extend your legs out for Shavasana, our final resting pose. You can try bringing your feet as wide as your mat, your arms wide open. And letting all effort release. Giving yourself a few moments of pure, quiet rest. Begin deepening the breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes to wake the body up. And draw the knees into the chest, roll to one side. And then pushing your hands to the floor, slowly come to a seated position, letting your head be the last to come up. And taking a moment to observe the after effects of our short but powerful yoga practice. Observe how your energy feels now. Maybe you feel more tired, Maybe you feel a little more awake and vibrant. And bringing hands to the heart. And let's offer gratitude for this practice, for this time that you are taking to take care of yourself and your health. And always for Miles for Migraine for making this amazing series possible. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, everyone. And you're welcome to stay in if you have any questions or chats or anything.